I left my campsite on top of Moki Dugway and took pavement over to St. George, Utah. And the only reason I went there is to buy a replacement drone. I drove a couple 100 miles in 100-degree heat on the pavement. And then I got into that big city and traffic and stoplights and parking lots and strip malls. And I went to that store and I went in there to get that new drone and they didn't have it. Honestly, I thought about calling off the whole trip right then and there. I was just ready to pack it in and head home and say, you know what, July is not the time of year to do this trip. Going into the city and dealing with parking lots and pavement and traffic and congestion and all that stuff really soured my trip. And that combined with the many days of riding in the heat made me feel like I just wanted to give up and go home. But I thought, you know, I'll give it another chance. I'll make a beeline for the mountains. I'll see if I spend a night up there, wake up in the morning, maybe I'll feel differently. Had a good night camping, and I woke up feeling pretty refreshed, and like I should continue on. Well, I think things have turned around a little bit now that I'm up in the high country. I'm heading on Highway 14 east, and instantly just getting up in elevation and into the mountains, it just changes everything. This is what I was looking for, so let's head north and see what comes around the next corner. We are at the head of the rocks. It's a viewpoint overlooking the $1 Million Highway. It's rated G1 according to Butler Maps, which means it's one of the best roads that there is for motorcycling. So we're gonna go down the $1 Million Highway here, and then we'll head into the town of Boulder, which incidentally, before the roads were built here in the 1940s, Boulder was the last city in America to receive its mail by mule train. So it's Saturday today. I've been on the road since Monday, and I'm in the middle of Utah. I had a fantastic day of riding today. Mostly twisty tarmac pavement, but some of the best roads, you know, that I've ridden on anywhere. The scenery has been outstanding, and fortunately it's cooled off quite a bit. Camped out near a place called Fish Lake. I couldn't find any campsites at the lake. It was completely packed. So I went past the campgrounds and was kind of looking around for some dispersed camping. And I found this campsite, which is no less dramatic in its own way. I'm sitting here on a hillside overlooking a valley. There's an insanely loud herd of cows across the road that have been mooing all evening. The ranchers came by with their truck and did something with their cows for a while and caused a little traffic jam. And then the play of light on the mountains across the way. So even out here, it's quite a little scene. But right now it's absolutely pleasant, and I'm going to continue on as much as I can in the mountains, in the higher elevation, because that's just what I have to do. At this point, I'm thinking at least a couple of days to get up to northern Montana, the border of Canada, and then I'll have a few weeks to meander even more slowly going back home. So that's the plan right now. And as we all know, plans are subject to change, but that's where we're at.